I love when people surprise me with a technique that I've never thought of before for like sculpting something or rendering something a certain way. So this is part of a hanging kinetic sculpture that's going to be in the lobby. And the prompt that we got was that they wanted us to try to make something that was reminiscent of Calder's mobile work that he did. And so we're trying to come up with different interesting ways to make mobiles that are going to be able to move around kind of their own power, just from the air currents that are coming around through the whole space, through the HVAC and everything else. So I'm kind of thinking of this as like a mid-century vaporwave kind of a design aesthetic. But the goal of this is to basically cast as much light, colored light, etc., as we possibly can. So I just found a whole bunch of acrylic in our shop that was kind of scrap, and without a design, just started kind of coming up with something. It's a conglomeration of different objects, visuals, renderings that kind of absurdly just serve some sort of point for some weird alien store or something, you know? And so there's a lot of fun in that, and I think that that's actually a large element of what we do here, is trying to have a sense of whimsy and play while we're creating some, you know, at times fairly serious work, and just trying to find the fun in those interactions with different artistic styles. And I love when people surprise me with a technique that I've never thought of before for like sculpting something or rendering something a certain way, just something unexpected, you know. And I think that again is one of the things that we've always looked for when we're trying to think about the artwork that we're making, or we're trying to think about the exhibits that we're making in full. How can we have surprise, kind of childlike wonder, some whimsy? How can we really kind of shock people into being surprised? Not by scaring them or doing anything like that, like a haunted house, but having it be just unexpected, you know? But it's kind of a big gamble, you know? And it's the same thing when we opened the doors of the house here in Santa Fe, House of Eternal Return. None of us had any idea if people were gonna enjoy it, or if they were gonna think it was just a really silly kind of self-serving kind of experiment, or what, you know. And I remember working the first couple of days at the exhibit here when we were first getting the first customers in the door, and just being blown away that people actually loved it, and that they couldn't really describe why. But there was something about the work that we did that just really connected with people, resonated with people, you know.